The morning decision that controls your belly fat. You open your eyes at 7 in the morning. The alarm cuts through the silence like a knife. You reach over, silence it, and lie there for a moment. Your stomach feels bloated. Your face is swollen. You haven't touched a single bite of food yet. You haven't moved your body. Logic says you should be in prime fat-burning territory right now. But something else is happening. Something most people never see. In the next 45 minutes, you're going to make a choice that will lock your body into either fat-burning mode or fat storage mode for the entire day. And the terrifying part? Most people don't even know this window exists. They wake up, go through their routine, and wonder why nothing ever changes. Think about what this means. You could eat the cleanest lunch imaginable. Grilled chicken, steamed vegetables, a bottle of water. You could drag yourself to the gym after work and push through an intense workout. You could do everything the fitness magazines tell you to do. And your body will still cling to that stubborn belly fat like it's the last resource on a sinking ship. Why? Because of what you did or didn't do between 7 and 8 in the morning. This isn't about counting calories. This isn't about your genetics or your metabolism being broken. This is about one single hormone that runs the show: cortisol. And more specifically, something called the cortisol awakening response, a biological event that happens every single morning that most people accidentally destroy. Here's what you need to understand right now. Your belly fat isn't listening to your willpower. It's not responding to your motivation or your determination. It's listening to your cortisol levels. And every morning, you're probably screaming at it to stay when you think you're telling it to leave. The signals you send in that first hour don't just influence your day, they dictate it. They program your body's entire approach to energy for the next 16 hours. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact 5-step sequence that reprograms this system. This isn't about motivation or discipline or trying harder. This is pure biology, the kind of protocol that works even if you hate exercise, even if you've failed every diet you've tried, even if you've given up 100 times before. Because when you understand the mechanism behind what's happening, willpower becomes completely irrelevant. Your body starts doing what you want it to do automatically. Let me show you why your body is guarding that belly fat like it's worth more than gold. Inside your body right now, there's an enzyme called lipoprotein lipase. Scientists call it LPL for short. This is your fat storage switch. It's the biological mechanism that decides whether energy from your bloodstream gets used or locked away in your fat cells. Think of LPL like a nightclub bouncer standing at the door. Energy arrives, and this bouncer decides whether it gets to go inside and party in your muscles or whether it gets escorted to storage and locked away for later. Now here's where things get really interesting. The fat around your organs, the visceral fat that makes your belly protrude, the dangerous fat that actually increases your risk of disease, has up to 4 times more cortisol receptors than regular fat cells. Your belly fat is cortisol's favorite place to hang out. When cortisol spikes, it doesn't just randomly affect your body, it targets your midsection specifically. In the morning, your body exists in what researchers call metabolic vulnerability. You've just spent 8 hours without drinking a single drop of water. Your blood has thickened slightly. Your adrenal glands, those tiny organs sitting on top of your kidneys that produce cortisol, are running on empty. Your nervous system is basically asking itself one question: is the world safe right now? Should we relax and burn energy? Or should we panic and store everything? If you send the wrong signal at 7 in the morning, your body answers that question with a resounding no. The world is not safe. Lock everything down. Store every bit of energy you can find. And that's it. The decision is made. Your LPL enzyme activates. Your belly fat storage facility closes its doors. For the next 16 hours, your body operates in storage mode, not burning mode. You could run 10 miles that afternoon. Your body won't care. The decision was already made at dawn. But what if you could send different signals? What if instead of accidentally telling your body to panic, you could convince it that burning fat was actually safe, that it didn't need to hold on to every calorie like a life raft? That's exactly what this protocol does. Let's start with signal number 1, the hydration reset. Here's what 99% of people do the moment they wake up. They reach for coffee, black coffee, coffee with cream, an espresso, whatever their preference. This is the first critical mistake, and it sets off a chain reaction that sabotages everything. When you wake up in the morning, you are severely dehydrated, not a little thirsty, severely dehydrated. While you slept, your body lost approximately 1 liter of water just through breathing and minor perspiration. Your blood viscosity has increased significantly. Your heart is working harder just to pump thicker blood through your system. This physical strain alone raises cortisol before you even swing your legs out of bed. But there's another layer to this problem. Your adrenal glands don't run on motivation or coffee. They run on minerals, specifically sodium and potassium. When these mineral levels drop overnight, your body releases even more cortisol to compensate. It's a cascading stress signal that builds on itself. Most people wake up and immediately make this worse by drinking coffee, which is a diuretic. They're literally amplifying the cortisol spike and dehydrating themselves further. The solution is counterintuitive and probably sounds strange at first. Salt. Yes, salt. Here's the exact protocol. The moment you wake up, before your feet even touch the ground, drink a large glass of room temperature water. Not cold water that shocks your system and triggers another stress response. Room temperature water. Then add a pinch of high-quality sea salt or pink Himalayan salt to that water. Why salt? Because sodium is a signal to your body. When your adrenal glands detect sodium entering your system, they receive a message that resources are available. There's no need to panic. Your aldosterone hormone decreases. Your adrenaline decreases. Your cortisol decreases. You can also add a squeeze of fresh lemon juice if you want. The potassium in lemon supports your liver and gives the signal an additional metabolic boost. This single drink, what some people call an adrenal cocktail, drops your cortisol by measurable amounts within just minutes. You're not forcing your body to do anything. You're simply giving it permission to relax. That's signal number 1. Hydration plus minerals equals safety. Now let's talk about signal number 2, the light protocol. This one reprograms your biological clock. Your metabolism isn't random. It's governed by a master clock deep in your brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. This clock is literally a tiny region of brain tissue that decides when you wake up, when you sleep, when you have energy, when you crash throughout the day. If this internal clock gets out of sync, you're finished. Your cortisol stays elevated all day and all night. You feel wired but exhausted at the same time. You crave sugar constantly. You accumulate visceral fat no matter what you do. No amount of exercise or dieting can fix this because the clock itself is broken. The only thing that properly sets this clock is light, specifically the light spectrum and intensity of the morning sun. Here's what most people do instead. They wake up, immediately turn on overhead LED lights or check their phone screen within seconds. This is artificial blue light, and it's biologically confusing. It sends a weak signal, around 500 lux, that's not strong enough to trigger proper wake-up hormones, but just strong enough to cause anxiety. Your brain gets confused. It thinks it's dusk, not dawn, so it doesn't release the sharp cortisol spike you actually need in the morning. Instead, you get a confused, dragging, anxious feeling that persists for hours. The fix is beautifully simple. Get outside within 30 minutes of waking. You don't need to run, you don't need to exercise, you don't even need to do anything except stand there. Just expose your eyes, without sunglasses, to direct, natural sunlight for 5 to 10 minutes. Even on a cloudy day, the sun provides over 10,000 lux. That's 20 times stronger than indoor lighting. The photons from the sun hit your retina and travel directly to your hypothalamus, the brain region that controls your hormones. This triggers 3 things simultaneously. First, a sharp, healthy spike of cortisol, followed by a steep decline. This is the pattern you want. This creates real energy. Second, your circadian clock gets reset. Your body knows with certainty that it's morning. Third, your brain releases serotonin, which is the precursor to melatonin. By getting sunlight at 8 in the morning, you're actually programming better sleep at 10 tonight. This is signal number 2. Light equals orientation.